guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 10. Day 10 of my 31 days of Halloween challenge to myself, I guess. It's not super Halloween-y, today's video, because it is a Sephora unboxing slash palette review swatch it video, and yeah, so I thought that would be super fun. I'm really excited about this, although I have heard some good things and some bad things, so I'm not really sure how to feel about it. But yeah, so we are gonna be going through the Kat Von D Fetish palettes. I got both the face and the eye palette, so we'll see how this goes. I'm a little scared that I'm not gonna like them, but I love her makeup as much as I'm not pleased with her as a person. I love her makeup products, so I figured I would give them a try. Oh, samples are falling out everywhere. Okay, so this is the box. I cut the box open. I hadn't even looked in it yet. We have samples that are not important. The first thing on the top is the Kat Von D Fetish face palette. So I guess we will go through this first. Obviously it has 6 shades in it. It is 3 blush, 3 highlight. These two are very similar, or at least the color swatches are similar. And the box is really nice. It is embossed, which is really cool. And of course it is vegan and cruelty free and all that, because all of her products are. You have the classic Kat Von D stars on the inside of the packaging. And then we pull it out. It's another one of those palettes that's like, how does this fit on my shelf? Also, this is the palette itself. It's quite large. And Fetish, the name of the palette, is actually embroidered onto this, which is really cool. So it's got some really cool texture. Don't spill anything or get any makeup on this, because the embroidery will 100% pick up all of that pigment, which would suck. And then just the back, basic information, shade names. Ooh. We've got the mirror here, and then it has Kat Von D at the top, and it actually has a whip that goes around the outside, so that's kind of cool. And then these are the shades, 3 highlighters, 3 blushes. I don't know which ones we're going to use, but we're going to swatch them all. Yay! I think I want to go for, where did my highlight brush go? I think I'm going to try Telepathy for the highlight on my face, because it's calling to me and I'm really excited. It's cute. Formula is definitely better than the Metal Crush highlighter was. Oh, there you go. Now you can see it on that side. That is intense. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. Oh, it's so pretty. And then, oh, I guess we'll go in with Coven, which is the coordinating blush. I don't know how I feel about a purple blush. That's actually kind of cute. You can't really tell that it's purple because it's so light, but that's cute. Alright, we're going to do some thingy swatches. Go in with the highlighters. On the fingers, the highlighters do feel a little rough and gritty. Get these elastics off my wrist. So I guess we'll do them on the back of the hand. Alright, so we have Rose Shock, Magic, and Telepathy. So that is the 3 highlighters, the pink, the peachy one, and the purple. They're cute. They are a little gritty. The Metal Crush highlighters were like really gritty and I could really feel the glitter in them. This formula seems to be a little bit better than that, but it's not really on par with the beautiful formula that was the Alchemist palette, which kind of sucks because these are really pretty colors. And then we'll go in and we will swatch the blushes. Honestly, the blushes feel like really smooth, if not a little bit chalky. And then for the blushes, we have Bathory, Salem, and Coven. So that is the 3 blushes. Bathory is super like hot pink, but that's kind of expected because like Elizabeth Bathory and bloodbaths and all of that nonsense. I don't know, I'm not loving the blushes, but like those highlighters are really pretty. So I guess we will go ahead. Where did my box go? Oh. I like saving my boxes. And pop that one away. And move on to the next item, which is the Fetish eye palette itself. This is the box, this beautiful shiny black. Again, Fetish is embossed across the front. All of the shades and shade names on the back. Definitely gonna have to do a bit of comparison because like some of these colors look super bright and I have a feeling they're not actually that vibrant. Oh hey, look, hello ring light. Again, it's Kat Von D. It's also vegan and cruelty free. So with this palette you get 24 shades. Like that is a massive palette. Explains the box. The box is like bigger than my face. Again, classic Kat Von D stars on the inside. And this is what the palette looks like. Just like the face palette, Fetish is embroidered in the front, although this one won't get dirty nearly as easily because it is black. So even if it gets dirty, you won't be able to see it as well. And then all of the shade names are here on the back, along with basic information. And I'm really digging the red here. Although like there's a lot of like creasing around here, which is upsetting. Like I can see all of the cut marks from where they snip this to make it fit, and it's just, that's really upsetting. I should not be able to see all of those cut marks like that. This packaging is a big lose for me on the inside. The outside is gorgeous, but the inside is just kind of, it's a bit of a hack job, and it looks cheap inside. That's really upsetting for a Kat Von D palette. The mirror, same style. It's got Kat Von D at the top with the whip around the outside of it. Oh, look at all this transfer. That's not good. And then these are the colors right here. 24 fun poppin' shades. Let's just pop these up here. So I mean, some of them definitely are pretty darn accurate. Others don't quite look the way they do on the back of the box, but we'll swatch them and find out. I'm a little worried about these glitter shades because they look pretty freaking chunky, and that's really upsetting to me. Alright, so starting with the first 3, we have Nylon, Kink, and Blindfold. Kink is a beautiful purple. Like that's, oh, if that blends nicely, that is gorgeous. Alright, so I'm just here trying to get my finger swatch for Whip here, and like it, can you see the fallout, the kickback that just happened there? That's atrocious. Next we have Deviant, Whip, and Suspension. Also really pretty. This black whip here is a matte black and it has gold glitter in it. I don't know if you can see the glitter because from what I can see it's not really picking it up, but there is gold glitter in there, so that's kind of cute. But it does feel gritty and there's a lot of kickback on that one. We have Rope and Sex. I don't know why Sex is this weird mustard yellow orange. I don't understand the name choice there. We have Latex, Obsession, and Chastity. The gold is really nice. Obsession is this beautiful navy blue. That could be cool. Actually, these two would look pretty cute together. That's a look that could happen. We have Shibari and Corset. Shibari is a beautiful metallic green. We have Cuffs, Le Petit Moor, and Submission. Again, another gold. This one is more of a light silver yellow gold, and this one's like a gold gold. The green here is really nice as well. It's like a super St. Patrick's Day green, which is like bonus. We have Rubber and Fixation, basic black and a basic nude. We have Naughty, S&M, and Stiletto. Just gonna pop those in there. Cute. And then the last three we have are Dominatrix, Bondage, and Safe Word. So definitely some cute colors. Again, with like really grungy vibes. Look, can you see all of the kickback on here? The kickback in this palette is really ridiculous. I don't know how to feel about that. The glitters, like doing finger swatches, feel super chunky and gritty, although they seem to look fine once they're actually on your skin. I'm not sure how that's gonna translate with a brush. All of the mattes feel pretty darn satiny and smooth. It's kind of what I'm used to seeing. Although I feel like the like super green St. Patrick's Day green as well as this purple up here are definitely a little patchy, which is not something I'm used to seeing from Kat Von D products. So that's really disappointing. I guess we're just gonna go in and do a bit of a look. I'm thinking I will keep with the purples, I guess, because there's quite a few different purple tones in here. Sorry, somebody drove past the house and the dog was going apeshit. But yeah, so we're gonna try out some of these purple tones. Also just noticed that Latex here, this dark navy, actually has purple and pink and like blue glitter in it, so that's kind of cool. I didn't really notice that on here. It comes out, it's in the pan, it looks like a navy with pink and purple and blue glitter in it. The swatch is this one here, and it looks black with glitter. That's upsetting. But we're gonna go ahead and do a little looky look. Not much for blendables here. So it just basically went in with a base of Safe Word, which is giving an intense amount of kickback with a brush. So that's also really upsetting. Gonna go in with Kink, which is the really bright purple. That one came off a little patchy on the finger swatch, so we'll see how it does. Not getting as much color payoff. Doesn't really want to blend in so much as just like, instead of blending into the shadow, it's just kind of blending away. Which is also upsetting. I mean, I'm sure I could like work with it and make it happen. But I don't want to spend like 80 bucks on a palette that I have to make happen. Alright, so we're going to take Corset here into the outer corner. I just got the tiniest bit of the shadow in my eye, and oh my god, that was the most painful experience of my life. And I've had shadow dust in my eye before. Oh, that was atrocious. Oh my god. Okay, we're just gonna try and blend out the edges here. Take Cuffs, this silver, and pack it onto my And not gonna lie, I've kind of given up on life a little bit after that incident with the shadow in my eye. Oh my gosh. Never have I ever experienced pain from like eyeshadow kickback getting in my eye. Like, that's ridiculous. Overall, I'm not super impressed with the palette. There are definitely some nice colors. And like, this purple would be so much better if it wasn't patchy, and it didn't want to blend well at all. And like, you can see all of the transfer from these shadows on my arm. Like, that's ridiculous. Although these three colors are beautiful, and like these golds are beautiful, and like I don't know what to think about this. I will probably have to play with it a bit more to see how I really feel about it. But right now it's not looking too great. The silver shadow may have applied easier if I decided to apply it wet, but I don't think I should have to apply it wet for it to be effective, because I have plenty of shadows that are metallic and absolutely beautiful without having to apply them wet. And I feel like I have quite a few of these colors. This yellow, I 100% have this color. Like, this is so similar to the one in the Subculture palette. Same with this navy teal color. I have those or close enough to those in my Subculture palette. I don't know if I have a green in one of my expensive palettes that looks like this, but I have a green just like this in my BH Cosmetics palette. I probably have a purple like this in the same BH Cosmetics palette. The black, there is a just solid matte black in almost every one of Kat Von D's palettes. I don't need another one of those. These beautiful shades here that are metallics, I probably have similar shades to those as well. I know I have golds that are similar. I think there's at least a gold in the Saint and Sinner palette. And I don't need any more matte browns. I have a ton of those between my Shade and Light palette and my Pretty Vulgar palette and like my Chocolate Bar palettes. I have a ton of those. My Chocolate Bar palette has a gold very similar to this one. As much as I love having all of the different shadows and palettes from Kat Von D's collections, I don't know if I'm going to keep this one. I don't know that it's worth the $80 to me when I already have half of these shades in other palettes, and I'm not absolutely in love with the formula for these. So I may actually end up returning this one. I don't want to because it is such pretty packaging, but I don't need to keep an $80 palette just because the palette packaging is pretty. Whereas the Fetish palette, the highlighters are a little like chunky to swatch with your hands, but they don't look chunky on your skin, and it's pretty. And I could definitely use having some more blush colors because I don't wear blush much, but I also think I own 2 blushes. Maybe 3 if you count the one that's in my Tarte Graveyard Girl palette. So pretty much the Kat Von D Fetish Face Collection palette I will be keeping. This one I approve of despite it being a little glittery and chunky. It looks fabulous. I love it. 10 out of 10. If you don't have a ton of highlighters or a ton of blushes, I would recommend this because it's a nice combo pack and the packaging is really pretty. The Fetish palette, I think if you own some of the palettes like I do, like the Chocolate Bar palettes and neutral palettes and like the Subculture palette, I think you can skip this one. I feel like this metallic purple shade, I feel like there's even a similar shade to that one in one of the Anastasia palettes, whether it is the Prism palette or one of the other ones. I feel like there's some there too. So unless you don't have any palettes with these shades in them, I wouldn't really recommend this palette. Go ahead, buy some other palettes that have great, amazing formulas, and just, as much as I don't want to say it, skip this one. Skip the Kat Von D Fetish Eye palette. I'm over it. And the only other thing that I really picked up was a new Everlasting Liquid Lip. Picked up in the shade Noble, basically because it was, of course, on sale. And I can always use some more nudie colors. And I'm already wearing a lip because I wanted a darker lip for this, but we'll do a little swatchy swatch. That there is Noble. It's a very peachy nude. So I'm excited to see how I like that. I do always love her liquid lips, so it's nice to have another one of those. And yeah, that's it for today's video. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you've played with or own either of the Kat Von D Fetish palettes, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below because I definitely love to hear from some of you guys about it. And then you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to keep track of me for the next however many days are left in the 31 days of Halloween. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!